Hello and welcome to today's analysis of Sasbadi Holdings, March 15, 2018. Now, Sasbadi Holdings, at first glance, we can say that it's in a downtrend. How do we know that it's in a downtrend? Because it moved up here, and then it topped out, and then right now it is moving. The stock price has been moving from upper left to lower right. So it's in a downtrend, making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and then lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower highs. And if it breaks below this area, let me just zoom in. Okay. If it breaks below this area, if it breaks below this horizontal area, it's most likely to go down even more. So stocks in a downtrend, they are quite dangerous because you do not know how low they can go, and we just don't know how low they can. Sorry, I just have to pause the video just now because my mate is vacuuming the floor. Okay, let's have a look. Continue to have a look at Sasbadi. Now, why did it roll over and start a downtrend? I'm gonna give you some technical analysis lessons. Sometimes looking at the charts and why it happened can help us to be able to spot things more in the future. Now, first of all, the stock had a nice run up, okay, but then it broke below an uptrend line. Now, stocks breaking below an uptrend line can give us two signals. Number one is that bullish momentum is slowing down, which is exactly what happened. Okay, it rallied, it ran up, but the moment it broke the uptrend line, bullish momentum slowed down. It no longer went up. Then the stock broke below the 50 MA. There's something that I usually do not like to see. Okay, and then the other thing is there's a bearish cross where the 20 MA cross below the 50 MA, and usually some people treat it as a sell signal. Just like here, the 20 MA cross above the 50 MA is a buy signal. Okay, I do not necessarily take it as a buy or sell signal, but it is a warning to us that more bearish things will come for the stock. So it's below the 50 MA now, below the 20 MA, and there's a bearish cross. And then what happened after that was the stock drop below a support line. Okay, if you can see the stock drop below a support line. So you can see the stock drop below the support line here. Let me just zoom in for you to see. Yep. The moment it dropped down the support line, look how it rolled over and went down. Now it had a bounce up here. Okay, but it was just a relief bounce, and it was the start of a new downtrend. Because why? This support, once broken, becomes a resistance area here, and when it went up to this area, it found resistance here and it could not rise, and it went down. So what this stock did was it made a lower high. And one of the things about trend change is that when a stock makes a lower high, it fails to go above, right? So it makes a lower high. It is one of the criteria of a trend change. And then notice also that the stock broke below the 200 MA. So 50 MA tells us the midterm health of the stock. 200 MA tells us the long-term health of the stock. So when you see your stock below the 200 MA, it tells you then your stock is not healthy. Okay? If it's below the 50 MA, right, 20 MA and 200 MA, it tells us that the stock is not healthy short term, it's not healthy mid term, and it's not healthy long term. So it sell off here, but it tried to rally, but it found resistance at the 200 MA. And look, this time, even if it rallied, it could not go above the high here. So what the stock did was it made a lower high. Okay, every time it rallied, it made a lower high, and this is a definition of a downtrend, the start of a downtrend. Now, if you notice here, the stock here made a base here, stage 2 uptrend, stage 3 top, and now it's a stage 4 downtrend. So if you go to my website, okay, it's a bit slow, my internet connection, you will see the first article in the course where I show you how stocks can go through stages. So you notice the similarities, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 and stage 4. And if you look back at the chart of Sasbadi, it went from stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 and stage 4. So right now it is in a very bad stage 4, which is why it dropped from $1 to 44 cents. And right now you can see it is below the 20 MA, below the 50 MA, below the declining 200 MA. Not only is it below this MA, it is below the declining MAs. When the MAs are declining, it is telling us that there is a lot of heavy selling and weakness in the stock. So right now, as long as it's staying below the 50 MA, right, we can consider the downtrend is still. So right now it is declining, and this is the support area. Okay, if the Sasbadi cannot, this support area cannot hold, right, and if it breaks below this area, the stock will have more selling, and it's very likely to continue to go lower. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Internet connection is a bit slow. Okay, I've got the weekly chart. Sorry for the interruption, my internet is a bit slow. So as you can see, this is the weekly chart. The weekly chart, as you can see, this is the support area here, and right now the stock is at support area. Even in the weekly chart, you can see the stock is below the weekly 20 MA, below the weekly 50 MA, and this is not a very good thing. When it's bullish, right, when the stock is bullish, it will be above the rising weekly 20 MA and rising weekly 50 MA. Now, the reason why it stopped dropping here and bounce out a bit is because there's support here. So usually support can hold it one time or two times, and if it doesn't hold and by the third time or fourth time, if the stock doesn't bounce back up, right, it will likely to go lower. So this is a very important support area right now. If Sasbadi cannot hold this support area, it's likely to continue to go lower and make lower lows. Okay, so it's something for us to think about, and those who are holding on to this stock have to be very careful. And those who are thinking of bottom fishing this stock, you have to be very careful as well. For those who want to bottom fish, you have to look at a 60-minute chart. This is the 60-minute chart. Now, I would say it's very, very dangerous to bottom fish this stock. As long as the stock is below the 60-minute 200 MA. So if you try and bottom fish now, when the 60-minute 200 MA is above price, it's going to be very dangerous because you don't know. Okay, perhaps when it goes back above the 200 MA, then it's safer, I would say. So that's all for this analysis. I hope it has been helpful to help you navigate this stock. Give me a thumbs up if you found this analysis helpful, and do subscribe to my channel for future analysis like this.